Today we've got the Hush Arctic Luxe, so you know what that means, another cooling mattress. So they claim. I'm Lauren, editor and mattress and bedding expert here at Mattress Nerd. I've tested and reviewed hundreds of mattresses, and today we're in the Nerd Lab to run this one through a series of geeky tests. I'm gonna go in-depth on performance and of course give you my pro-con list. Before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. I wanted to start this video out by letting you all know that Hush sent us this mattress for free to test and review, and we may earn a commission if you decide to buy. That being said, no one is paying me to review or say positive things about this mattress. All of these opinions are my own, so let's get into the highlights. This mattress is made and only ships to Canada, but all that shipping is free to all Canadian provinces. You will have 100 nights to try it out risk-free, which means that you can take it into your home, sleep on it like normal, except if you don't like it, you can return it for a full refund. But if you do like it, you can enjoy Hush's 10-year warranty. Now, if you want to know more about either policy in depth, you can check out our full written review that I will link in the description. Now it's time to get a good look inside, literally. I chopped open this bed to get a good look at the layers and see how they perform. Don't try this at home because it's gonna void your warranty, and it was really, really difficult. This bed is apparently made with soy-based foam, and boy was it difficult to cut into. So, point for Hush there. Now let's start with the cover. We have a cool to the touch cover here that genuinely feels cool to the touch. And here in this pillow top, we have some gel and graphite infused foam, plus there's phase change material, so all of these cooling layers inside. Phase change material is supposed to naturally regulate your body temperature. Now here we have a transition layer of foam, so it's supposed to add some extra bounce above these pocketed coils, which is our primary support layer. So we're gonna add some bounce, breathability, and durability to this mattress. And then here we have where our edges are reinforced for excellent edge support. At Mattress Nerd, we like to rate firmness on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is as firm as the Arctic floor. Probably. Now, the Arctic Luxe is gonna be a 7 out of 10 on our scale, which is on the firmer side of medium firm, best for back and stomach sleepers. But we also wanna see how well this bed responds to your movements using this lacrosse ball. So as I bounce it on the floor, you see it comes right back up to me. Now let's try this on the mattress surface. As I do this, we're getting some pretty good bounce, as expected for a hybrid mattress, so this is gonna be a great option for combination sleepers. Now it's time for arguably the most important section in this whole video, sleeping positions. A bed's gonna perform differently based on your sleep position and body type. So let's start out with side sleepers. Side sleepers, you need a mattress that relieves pressure from the hips and the shoulders and keeps the spine in a straight line. Now, a plush mattress does this best, and unfortunately, the Hush is pretty firm, and our pressure maps definitely showed that. Take a look here, it doesn't relieve pressure really well for side sleepers, so keep that in mind. Now let's move on to back sleepers. You all need a mattress that hugs the natural S-curve of your spine and just keeps you aligned, and this bed does that for all back sleepers. However, heavier back sleepers may need a little bit more cushion. Lastly, stomach sleepers. You all need a firmer bed that's gonna keep the hips elevated and in line with the rest of the spine. And luckily, this bed is on the firm side, so it's gonna work for all stomach sleepers. Now here's the test you care about if you sleep with a partner, motion transfer. We're gonna see if motion stays on one side of the bed instead of transferring across and possibly waking up your partner. So to visualize that motion, I put a beaker of water on that side of the bed. The movement in that beaker is gonna signify how much motion is transferred. So I'm gonna press my hands into the mattress, mimicking the feel of tossing and turning, and the liquid's a little shaky, nothing too crazy. But we're gonna test this further by dropping a weighted ball onto the bed to simulate someone getting in and out. And as I do this, the water's moving a little bit more, so I wouldn't say it has the best motion isolation, but also not the worst. Now let's talk about edge support, which is just the level of support around the edges as it sounds. It's really great for people who sleep in a couple and need some space from one another, edge of the bed sleepers, and seniors and folks with mobility issues who rely on the edges to get in and out of bed. Now, this bed has really solid edge support for, well, everyone I just said. It's really good. Let's talk about money. How much does this mattress cost? Well, when we compare it to the general price of most online mattresses, which range anywhere between $500 to $3,500 for a queen, this bed falls right around 1,200 Canadian dollars, so it's a pretty affordable price. But of course, prices and promotions are always changing, so check the link in the description for the most up-to-date pricing and our coupons. It's time to sum everything up with a pro-con list. I made a list of the 3 best and worst things about the Hush Arctic Luxe. I like to start out with the bad news, so let's get into the cons first. First up, motion isolation. This bed is not the best at keeping motion on one side of the bed, so if you and your partner are light sleepers, I would pass on the Hush mattress. Next up, those who prefer softer beds. This bed's gonna be a 7 out of 10 on our scale, so if you like something plush, that'll give you a bit of a hug, this is not gonna be your bed. Lastly, side sleepers. Again, because this bed is so firm, it doesn't relieve pressure well for most side sleepers, so if you have sensitive hips and shoulders, again, Hush may not be for you. But there is some good news, so let's get into the pros. First up, back and stomach sleepers. Again, because this bed is so firm, it does a great job at supporting back and stomach sleepers and keeping away back pain. Along those lines, next up, firm bed lovers. This is gonna be a great option for you. There's a slight cushion for comfort, but an overall firm feel. And lastly, hot sleepers. This bed isn't called the Arctic Luxe for nothing. It has tons of cooling layers built in, and you definitely feel them. So, bottom line, is this bed cooling? Yes. Not only is it cool to the touch, but it contains phase change material, gel foam, graphite foam, and breathable coils. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're at it, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. It always helps. And for more content like this, go ahead and follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Thanks for watching. Bye.